So the patient journey is really like a play you're observing at a distance with multiple protagonists, the main character being a patient. And those protagonists interact, they follow a story, there's a dialogue between all of them, and they are making decisions driven by their emotions and some rationales. Understanding the play and the script is really what can help us better understand the market, and also thinking about how potentially we could change the script, leading to win-win situations both for the patients and the different protagonists as well as for the brand. So why is it important to do that today? There are two reasons. The first one is that the industry is looking for new ways to increase the value of their compounds. And the second one is that there is pressure also how to get there, how to understand the play. And the research costs are non-negligible, and we need to find ways to be efficient and to get to those insights as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. There are two fundamental questions we're trying to answer. The first one is what is happening? And it's like trying to identify the script and those decisions that are made by the different protagonists. And the second one is the why, and trying to understand what are the real deep motivations that the protagonists have in behaving the way they do. And by getting there, it's going to really help us understand in which way things could be different and what are the levers that we have to potentially change those decisions and those behaviors that we see in the marketplace. So every team is trying very hard to understand what's the play that's happening in front of them. And by doing so, they know that the deeper the understanding, the better the strategies will be. And so the patient journey has been, in many situations, a nice filter, a way to reveal new insights that were in front of them and they couldn't see, and transform those insights into more actionable strategies. Now, this was done also in an efficient way, which nowadays is becoming more and more important because their time is more and more limited. A good example is the project we've done with a team that was working on a progressive disease and with a compound that was used as in a regimen. So I think the initial belief of the team before we started the project was to think that the patient, as the disease progresses, move from one drug, two drugs, three drugs, and so on. And when we started looking at the different pieces of the puzzles that it provided us with and different elements of the data and information we were able to gather, we started to see that it was a bit more subtle than that. The patients were moving from one drug, two drugs, but back to one drug, back to two drugs, one drug, and so on. And multiple decisions were made. And so it was for the team a real aha moment when they could see that things were not quite happening the way they were thinking they were. The product was the same, but the context has been changing dramatically, which really helped them look at their market in different ways and being re-energized in doing so. It's a challenge for those brand teams who have been working on the brands for many years to stay fresh and imagining that there are other things that maybe they don't see in the marketplace. And so the patient journey is some kind of a filter to reveal potentially some of those elements that they have been blind to for some time and be able to act on those by shaping their strategies in different ways.